In today's video, we are going to talk about how to audit your conversions within Google Ads. If you run a store, if you run an e-commerce brand, and you need to check if your conversions are being tracked correctly within Google Ads, that's your best resource. Today, we're going to break down, this is part of our full Google Ads audit document. Today we're going to be focusing on the conversions tab of it, and you know everything that you need to check for when looking at your conversions. Auditing your conversions is really important. I can't stress enough the amount of times where I went into an e-commerce brand Google Ads account and saw that they have the conversions not set up correctly, which ended up causing them to lose thousands of dollars, sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars in a month just by not having proper attribution and conversion tracking. My name is Paulo Galletti, founder of Galletti Advertising, where we help brands doing anywhere between 500,000 a year and 50 million a year scale with Google Ads by improving their current results. If you're a brand owner and you need help with Google Ads, make sure to click the first link in the description and book an intro call. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. So as you can see here, this is part of our how to audit a Google Ads account document. This is a full document on how to have a bulletproof setup on your Google Ads account before launching your campaigns. And we'll be launching separate videos for each of the sections. Today, we're going to touch on conversions. Conversions is a very big part of advertising for e-commerce. We need to have clear data in order to make decisions. So the first thing we're going to be looking at here is to ensure that the account default goal is set for purchases. So now Google has after Performance Max, Google has a new way of defining its goal, and now it's by defining an account default goal. You give Google one default goal and Google will do everything in its power to reach that goal within your campaigns. So to do that, you go to Tools, Settings, Measurement, Conversions. This is how you get to the Conversions tab, which is what we are talking about today. And you check if the purchase is set as the account default goal. As you can see here, the conversion Google Shopping app purchase, which is when you connect Google Ads, the Google Ads app within Shopify with Google Ads, you get this conversion action, which is the purchase, and you have to make sure to set it as primary. As you can see, you check if the conversion Google Shopping app purchase is set as primary. It has to be the only primary goal of the account. So you're not only defining a purchase as the account default goal, but you are also making sure that the Google Shopping app purchase is the primary action optimization. So to do that, you simply go to Edit Go here. You go to Purchases and you use Purchase as the account default goal. And down here, you make sure that the Google Shopping app purchase is the only primary action. Every other purchase event, for example, the one that comes from Google Analytics, is secondary. That's how you tell Google to only focus on the actual conversion, from Shopify. Now, another thing that is very important is to check if your values are being tracked correctly. Usually, if you use Google's integration with Shopify, the amounts will be correct as they have a very good integration. However, if you're using another platform and you custom build the code that sends the values of the products, you really want to make sure they are being tracked correctly. To do that, you click on the Google Shopping app purchase or your equivalent conversion name, and then website. So you're going to click your conversion, and down here you're going to go to website, web pages. You go from details to web pages, and here you'll be able to see the web page where the action happened, as you can see here, and you can see the conversion value. So you can take a look at how many conversions happened at the same time and the conversion value that was attributed to that purchase. If your value is way out of your average order value, for example, for this brand here, as you can see, it's very clear that their AOV is about $29.99 for one purchase. If we look at one time where they sold 45 units at the same time, the amount is going to be the equivalent of 45 times the conversion value for one item, which means that these conversions are being tracked correctly. If you notice a disparity here, then you can troubleshoot by either using another method to connect Google Ads with Shopify or BigCommerce or WooCommerce, or you can correct your code that is sending these values to Google. Now, another one very important, sometimes brands will have duplicated conversions and they think they are having an amazing ROAS, but in reality they are also counting for duplicated purchase, which is not ideal whatsoever. So for that, you go to conversions, view all conversion actions. You can find this on the top right, and you check the repeat rate on your primary conversion. You want it to be between 1 and 1.1. That's the max acceptable. You get some repeat rate naturally, but you want this to be between 1 and 1.10. If higher, you can troubleshoot by, again, doing this code improvements and the attribution improvements. So all you have to do is go to view all conversion actions, and here you get more columns. If it's not showing, you can simply select more columns. You look at the repeat rate here on your account. For the primary conversion, the other ones don't really matter, but for your primary conversion, you want to take a look at the repeat rate. As you can see here, 1.04, which means that we are within the acceptable ranges, so it's all good. Now, next up, turn on enhanced conversions. This is something that will help you increase performance. It's not a setting that you absolutely need to have in place since the start. It's ideal that you have, but this will add additional performance once you already have the campaigns running. So you click on the primary conversion and check if you have enhanced conversions turned on. You'll be able to see that down here under enhanced conversions. And here, if you don't have this set up, you go through the enhanced conversion process suggested by Google or follow this SOP. We have an internal SOP for that. And I'll also add in the description a link for a tutorial on how to build the enhanced conversions code. This is a setup that takes a little bit of time. You have to build a custom code for that, and I'll show you how to do it in the description section of this video. But what you want to do here is make sure that the enhanced conversions are turned on and that you give the values to for each of these points here: email, phone number, name and address, and then you input the lines here, the text here, and also on the back end of your store, on the checkout section, you have a separate code that's going to communicate with these enhanced conversions parameters here, and you can have better conversion tracking that way. Now, next up, using the right attribution model for the primary conversion. Here you want to click on your primary conversion, Shopify purchases, and which attribution model is selected. So we recommend always using data-driven for e-commerce. So now Google recommends using data-driven, which is a better attribution model than first click, last click. You want to make sure that you are using data-driven. If you have another model that you want to try out, feel free to, but data-driven is the one we are seeing better, the best results with. So you go to edit settings, data driven, and here you go to data driven if you don't have it set, and then you simply save. Now, lastly, accept customer data terms under conversion settings. Very, very simple. You go to conversions, you have your summary, down here you have settings. Just make sure that you accept customer data terms. That way, Google knows it's okay for them to go to analyze more data, and they can pretty much give you more features and functionalities once they see that you agree with these terms. So that's pretty much it. That's how you audit your conversions within Google Ads to make sure that your online store is sending the best possible data to Google Ads, and that Google Ads is tracking this data in the best way possible. I hope this video was valuable. I hope you can implement some parts of this audit on your account to improve your current results if you don't have these settings set up. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video.